SourceFed, I'm Trisha Hirschberger, and this is CES 101. It's almost time for the biggest techie nerdgasm event of the year. The Christmas of computers, the Hanukkah of high def, the Kwanzaa of quad-core, the one and only CES, the International Consumer Electronics Show, put on by the Consumer Electronics Association. Held each year in Las Vegas, this industry-exclusive show uses 4 days each January to show off the coolest electronics of the present and of the future. It includes many types of electronics, computers, tablets, TVs, and tons of audio. Car audio, home theater audio, all types of huge speakers. I like that there's all that audio in there because I know it happens to be an area of tech that I tend to overlook. Audio might be such a huge deal because CES started as a spin-off of the Chicago Music Show in 1967. The Chicago Music Show was really the only place showing off new electronics at that time. So in the early years, there were 2 different CES shows, Winter CES in Vegas, which is in January, and Summer CES in Chicago, which is in June. But as attendees started to peter out for the summer show, but they remained high for the winter show, they tested it in different cities and everything, and eventually the Consumer Electronics Association decided to just keep the more popular show, Winter, Vegas. And they decided that in 1998. Now, getting to see all the new stuff at CES is really cool because you get info about it, sometimes you get to see a demo, sometimes you can touch it and try it on your own, all before anybody else. So you have the inside scoop. Sometimes you're seeing devices that never actually get made. Last year I saw this slide-out QWERTY keyboard 10-inch tablet from Samsung that never got made because apparently it was too easily breakable. But it looked really cool, and I'm glad that I got to see it. Some of the coolest tech out there was first seen at CES. The VCR first was shown at CES, the original NES, Xbox, Blu-ray, DVR, plasma and 3D TVs, just to name a few. It's also cool to watch all the major players spy on each other's new ideas. Like, you'll see a group of people with Toshiba lanyards snooping around the Sony booth and trying to take pictures of everything. This is technically allowed, but very frowned upon. It's also kind of fun to watch these picture ninjas at work. You can always spot the ninjas by the way that they take pictures of all sides and like the underneath of the device, the different ports going in, etc. So here's a couple of Trisha's tips for CES. Number 1, watch the picture ninjas and see what they're paying the most attention to because that means that's the cooler tech advances. Number 2, get there early, especially if it's your first CES, because the really cool demos are usually in closed-off small areas, and the lines to see these things get really long. Nerd parties abound in Vegas during CES, so while everybody else is nursing their hangovers, you can be checking out the sweet stuff with no line. Number 3, if you want to go to those exclusive nerd parties, simply tell someone at each of the big booths that you were told to ask them about getting on their list for the party. It doesn't always work, but I usually have like a 25 to 50% success rate. Number 4, if you can only go for part of the show, I recommend going for the latter part of the show, after the CES awards have already been named. So this way you know which items at CES are a must-see and which ones you can just skip over. So that's CES in a nutshell. It is industry only. If you know anyone involved with any company that's there in any way, you can usually try to weasel a badge. Before I could get a badge on my own, I just tried to get in as a booth babe, and that works. Plus, they pay you to be there, so it's pretty cool. And I know the guys are thinking, yeah, it must be nice to be a girl, but they hire guys too. You just have to be good at talking electronics. If you can't get in or you won't be able to make it to Vegas, Phil and I will be videoing our coolest finds while we're there, so you can just check back right here. So what cool stuff are you interested to see at CES this year? Let us know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Click this annotation or go to SourceFed.com to see all of our other cool newsy type stuff. I'm Trisha Hirschberger, and we'll see you at CES.